Celtic lost the title here on the final day of last season. They're looking to offer evidence today back at Fir Park that they've got what it takes to win the championship back, but they're facing Motherwell, who consistently punch above their weight. Haven't said this for a couple of months. Commentators Mark Haitley and Jock Brown.
Yes, Rob, we're still in July, although it does feel a bit like November, I must confess, up here at the gantry at Fir Park. But really, with this early stage of the season, Mark, this is all about pressure for both camps.
Absolutely. I think Terry will be addressing his players. Not a lot of expectations from his team. Looking for the top six, but a very gentle approach. The other end of the scale, Celtic Football Club, everything is expected. Gordon Strachan coming in off the result in midweek. Players know what that club's all about. Need to win games, need to put in good performances, and the pressure's already on at that stage.
So let's just check on this Motherwell team. Confirmation there, Martin Corrigan and Kevin McBride are injured. Richie Foran and David Clarkson suspended. And David Partridge sold in midweek to Bristol City. So Paul Quinn and Willie Kinneborough come into the defence. Steve Hamill and Phil O'Donnell happily are fit again. And Alan McCormick makes his debut in midfield.
Yeah, straight into a 4-4-2 situation. I'm saying I've had a few players injured, but Kinneborough played there a couple of times last year. Played with Cragen, pretty much a settled team, although there's 4 or 5 injured with suspensions, but McDonald's there and Hamilton are there, the two strikers looking for goals.
And Celtic have lost Marek Zurawski through injury. Didier Gath and Chris Sutton are also ruled out through injury, but the shock in defence is that Bobo Baldi is dropped. He's on the bench with Stephen McManus replacing him, and Sean Maloney is preferred up front to Jeremy Aliadier.
Into the customary 4-4-2. Telfer, a new player, slotted in at the right back position. Camara in at the left back. McManus getting his chance alongside Varga, the young man. Played here last season, got an injury. Maloney slotted in alongside John Hartson. You would say the perfect pairing, the big man and the small man. Looking for goals as well today, them two.
So it really is a big occasion already in the season for Celtic. Their supporters offering lots of vocal supporters. Neil Lennon waits to lead out Celtic. He's the captain for the season ahead, and these Celtic supporters still look to be pretty buoyant despite what happened in Bratislava in midweek. But really, you wonder, Mark, how long this Celtic team will get from these supporters at the start of the match.
Well, big teams want big results. Big result was not taken in midweek. Expected to win most games, more or less 100%. But you know, players and alike, supporters alike, always expecting great things from great teams. Only time will tell. But if they don't start winning, then that pressure will become unbearable on players and supporters.
Well, it seems such a short time since these Motherwell supporters were celebrating Scott McDonald's dramatic late double in the last game of the SPL season, and they have been chanting Scott McDonald's name to the Celtic fans in the build-up to this game, reminding them of what happened on that fateful day in the month of May. So enthusiasm here at Fir Park. They really have punched above their weight, though, Mark, in the last 2 seasons under Terry Butcher.
Absolutely. I think Terry's done a fantastic job here. Players in, players out, young team. Inconsistencies, as Terry said before. But, you know, they've had better games than poor games. You know, Scott McDonald scored 15 goals, I think, last season in the league alone. And that sort of performance is what gets you into the top 6.
Tommy Bonds there with earnest instructions there, especially for a young Sean Maloney, who's coming back from that very serious cruciate injury which put him out of the game for the best part of a year. Scott Leitch, 35-year-old Motherwell captain, leads out Motherwell with Gordon Marshall, 41 years old, former Celtic goalkeeper, behind him. All set for another season with another challenger in the form of Graham Smith, the former Rangers keeper, who's on the bench for Motherwell. So here's the reception for the two teams. Thompson is there going out as the Motherwell team lines up, and they have a new man in the ranks, and that's 21-year-old Alan McCormick, on loan from Preston North End, the man from Dublin. Very highly regarded as a competent midfield player. He played for Southend on loan last season, and they were promoted, and Motherwell will slot him into the right-hand side of a 4-man midfield.
And Sean Maloney getting his chance earlier than I thought he would have done in this season, but it's there for him. Had a bad injury, cruciate knee-ligament injury after starting so well. 21 goals in 28 starts, it's not a bad return.
Man under pressure, Gordon Strachan. Couldn't have believed it could happen this early. Maurice Malpass played for Scotland with him. They know each other very well. Bobo Baldi, an unusual sight on the bench there for Celtic. Gordon Strachan checking to the director's box and the guests in the stand.
A statement already been put out by Gordon Strachan about his big players. If you're not playing well, you won't get picked. It sends a message throughout the whole squad.
Well, he's done a marvellous job, Terry Butcher, here at Fir Park since taking over just 3 years ago. And his young players will be looking to surpass themselves again under the guidance this afternoon of the referee, Mike McCurry. Very experienced and very highly regarded for his fitness, particular as a match official. So the huddle for Celtic continues. The personnel may change, but the huddle remains. So all set for the start of a fascinating SPL season. There's little doubt about that, with lots of clubs now thinking they can test the old firm. They'll be looking to do that. And Sean Maloney and Alan Thompson prepare to get us underway. It's the first match of the season, Motherwell against Celtic. And an early touch of the ball for Paul Telfer, the new Celtic right back. A wrestling match there between Hartson and Kinaberra. They'll have a number of challenges in the match. Kinaberra, physical centre back, who will relish the challenge. Arms flying around there from Hartson, but it's Scott Leitch who is penalised for his challenge from behind. There's more camera for Celtic, playing into space on the left. Maloney comes across rather belatedly for that. And a heavy challenge by McManus, straight into the back of Jim Hamilton. Some of the players are incensed about that. The whistle had already gone. So McManus came flying in here.
It's a shocking tackle that from McManus. There's a knee right in the middle of the big man's back there. No attempt to play the ball there. Linesman right in front of it. It was a tough challenge.
The friendlies are clearly over, no question about that.
Well, the first ball that went forward from Telfer to Hartson, Kinaberra, Hartson coming together. That resulted in Leitch coming together with Hartson, so the tempo has been set from the first minute.
Well, striker trying to attract the attention of Alan Thompson. Gives some instructions there. Jim Hamilton to a very heavy knock in the back there from that knee. But there had already been a free kick at the other end, which Motherwell will have, and Gordon Marshall will take. It also would upset the Motherwell players, but the whistle had gone for a free kick back there before McManus' challenge. There's Hartson. And Hartson and Leitch collide again. Here's Scott McDonald, the referee plays an advantage. McDonald brought down heavily by McManus. Well, Steve McManus really is taking his life in his hands, and Alan Thompson's behaviour there also doing him no credit at all. Going across to remonstrate with Scott McDonald for staying on the ground. Well, that was a feature of last season for Thompson. It doesn't do him any credit at all.
Getting involved, there's nothing that it's got anything to do with him. Straightforward decision there for the referee. McManus, Scott McDonald to the floor. It's done by the pace. What a start to the season, though. Obviously, fond memories of the last game of the season still fresh in the players' mind and the supporters' minds.
Well, Stevie Hamill's going to cross to take this free kick with his left foot to whip the ball in on David Marshall. A promising situation for Motherwell, no doubt. Jim Patterson's out there to help Hamill. Two-man wall, and told to hold its position. Maloney and Thompson. Right the far post it goes. Good defending there by Hartson. It's returned by O'Donnell. It's back now with McCormick, and this is Hamill again. The target once again is O'Donnell. Hartson get a touch, and Varga completes the job. Telfer's header. Celtic's in trouble. Here's McDonald again. And it's half blocked there by Varga. No challenge for the goalkeeper that time. David Marshall easily in command. Shell shocked, no doubt, by the quality of the goals which went past him on Wednesday evening in Bratislava. Never unchallenged. Hamilton did well against Lennon. Patterson and Telfer clashing. The decision goes Motherwell's way.
It's a good tempo set by Terry Butcher's side, early start. First 5 minutes of the game, not a lot of time on the ball.
Varga in behind McDonald. The referee says there was no offence. Good pass by Varga. Put in by McGeady to Lennon. Here's Petrov in the heart of midfield where he likes to play. Camera. Movement offered by Maloney, but he's offside. Set up just a fraction too early. Big opportunity this for young Sean Maloney.
Good play from the two centre-halves here. Just the wrong side, Sean Maloney there. Very, very pacey player. Will be a handful today.
Jim Hamilton, the target for these kickouts from Marshall. He's linked up well with McDonald. That's for Jim Patterson to challenge. Dangerous ball in, that's McManus. Patterson again, the chance there for McCormack. What a hero he could have become so early in his Motherwell career. Kinneborough caught late by Maloney, a nasty one after the ball had gone, and he's in trouble, Kinneborough. The linesman saw that, he'll be talking, I think, to the referee.
Yeah, just caught late there, Kinneborough. Sean Maloney just...
Well, this is not a pleasant start in the match, Mark.
Very, very poor discipline, I think, from the Celtic team at the moment. Some rash challenges flying around, some late tackles. Gordon Strachan won't be too pleased the way his team has started.
That's Quinn. McDonald's layoff. There's Hamilton. Good tackle by Lennon. Leitch out of reach there. Petrov eased them off the ball. Good play by the Bulgarian. McGeady now to Hartson. Scott Leitch is on the deck as this attack builds up. And it's tidied up by Quinn at the back. Leitch is in trouble. That's why the ball was played out by Quinn. But if the attention drawn to the Motherwell captain. He was just stretching Scott Leitch out of reach as Petrov challenged him a moment ago. Nothing remiss about this. John Porteous administers the magic spray, no doubt, rather than the sponge these days.
Yeah, I think more of a knock than a twist, just a knock to the outside of the ankle, possibly. I think just Petrov just catching him there. But I think a little bit of experience, Scott Leitch there, just slowing the game down. Celtic on the attack. Everybody get the breath. It's been a frenetic start, first 7 minutes of the game, lots of incidents. I must admit, I think Terry Butcher will be the more pleased of the two managers.
Scott Leitch having worded with Mike McCurry. I don't think he's too happy with some of the tackles that have been flying in and started the match. Well, I'm sure he's getting no complaint about what happened to him, but this is ominous. Brian Kerr has been told to warm up for Motherwell, an obvious replacement.
Just going to the floor there, and just didn't look a lot in that.
Well, I wonder if it might be a twist actually, Mark, because it's the right ankle that caused the trouble. The left was the one which took the bang.
It just seems strange to how you can twist it when you're sliding. There's no studs making contact with the ground, but see how quickly, if at all, Mr. Leitch recovers. Sean Maloney just getting instructions there from Gordon Strachan.
Oh, manager's work is never done. Well, it's a sad sight this for Motherwell. The captain, very much the fulcrum of the side in the middle of the field, and it looks as though he will play a little further part of the match.
thought he'd be over that. Last season was injury-plagued as well, Jock. That's the last thing you need to see. He's a skipper being carried off in the first 10 minutes of the opening game of the season.
Well, there's the replacement. Scottish international, former Newcastle United player Brian Kerr. Missed most of last season with a knee injury also, but he's now restored to fitness. Well, he'll be bitterly disappointed, Leitch. Loves to play, loves to be involved. So Kerr takes over.
It'll be a big loss to the side, that. O'Donnell and Leitch in the middle of the park there. Two experienced players. They'll have to manage without him.
Strong play there by Patterson initially. McDonald runs the ball out for the throw to Celtic. Paul Telfer's throw. Petrov switches the play. Here's McManus. Cameron. Kerr finds Patterson with a good pass. Free kick given for the challenge there. The combination of Petrov and Lennon is quickly taken by Motherwell. They really are trying to maintain the pace of the game, the home side. Breaks again for Patterson, who's playing in a very narrow way in the middle of the field, closing into that area for Motherwell. That's a bad one by Hamill. Here's Hartson. Blocked off by Kinnabarat. The Celtic supporters wanted a free kick. Referee McCurry just waved them aside. Varga's pass picked up here by Thompson. Rifled towards Maloney with a little bit too much pace, I suspect. It's gone behind. Well, let's find out the latest on the Scott Leitch injury from our match reporter, Scott Brook.
Yes, of course, very disappointing for Motherwell and Terry Butcher is Scott Leitch leaving the field after a really high-tempo start for Motherwell. I had a quick word there with Terry Butcher, and he said that he thinks that his Achilles has snapped. Well, I will try and find out a lot more about that from the doctors over the next few minutes.
Well, thanks for that, Scott. That really is bad news. If it's right for Scott Leitch, could in fact put him out for a very long time. And you can't afford that at this stage of his career. That's a header by Kinnabarat. Petrov did well. Lennon to Petrov. This is McGeady. A little bit hurried with a pass. It's cut up by O'Donnell. That's one for McDonald to chase. He's in behind Varga. A little bit ambitious on the angle, but there was no support inside for him.
And that's the ball. It's done Celtic all week. That punt over the top, McDonald, the keener of the two, the more alert of the two, nipping in there behind Varga and just snatching his shot across the face of Marshall's goal. Well, that's what Celtic got to be careful of. That man will always play on the shoulder. Concentration, naming the game for the big two at the back for Celtic.
Petrov did well, so did Maloney. A good tackle by Hamill on McGeady. Telfer will take the throw. Capable of a long throw, the former Luton, Coventry and Southampton man. That's Lennon's pass. Here's Maloney. Quick, kid elusive. Now McManus. Camera. Cregan read that very well indeed to get there ahead of Maloney. Key man in defence, Stephen Cregan for Motherwell. A tough task here against the sharpness of Maloney.
That's what Maloney brings. I think Celtic in the past, not too many strikers that can run behind defenders, but Maloney can do both. Come at feet and play on the shoulder.
Maloney brought down. Free kick to Celtic in a very dangerous position. Brian Kerr the culprit.
Yes, Maloney can do this. Run with the ball, commit defenders to make tackles. Best position that Celtic have had. We're only 12 minutes. Big guns coming up.
Maloney's a big threat for a shot at goal. He's a very good free kick taker. So too is Thompson, as we know. Could be a cross from Thompson or a shot at goal from Maloney. There's the answer. Good marking there by Quinn on Petrov. Good defending by Motherwell.
Yeah, super defending there from Quinn. Petrov always a threat from dead balls or in the air.
Thompson getting away from McCormack. That's a good ball in, and it's scored on by Hartson.
The old trusty 1-2 there, John. A fantastic cross in, must be said. And that man, Thompson, onto there to Hartson. How many times have we said that over the past? One chance, one goal. That's the quality of that man there.
Well, it's Alan McCormack. I think he'll be unhappy about this. He was beaten rather easily there to allow that cross to come in. McCormack not quite good enough at the far post.
It's the cross that makes it. It's a super cross. Marshall nowhere near it. A little hand on the back there from Hartson. Just makes himself favourite. Yeah, ghosting in at the back. Goalkeeper no chance. 1-0 to Celtic.
It's a terrific header. Terrific header by Hartson.
It's the first goal threat that Celtic have posed during the game. Taken with both hands.
Molly McDonald turning that behind. First competitive goal enjoyed by Gordon Strachan as Celtic manager. The figure of John Clark there, the kid man behind him.
I think he'll be delighted with that goal. You could say against the run of play, Joe. We've seen it before. Not taking your chances when you come along against the big guns. That will hopefully help Celtic settle down and now get into a pattern of play.
Handball by Maloney. Stevie Hamill beaten at the far post there by Hartson. Only the problem of having a small fullback is he can be exposed a little to these far post crosses. Hartson again. 30 goals last season, 1 this season. Such a vital one it might be to ease all the tension in the Celtic ranks. That's good play by McCormack. Quinn to Hamilton. Good challenge made by O'Donnell. Good work there by O'Donnell, but he couldn't get away from Petrov. This is Maloney. And now Hartson. McGeady on the right. Through the middle is Maloney. And Howell's got a penalty from behind the goal, but that would have been immensely soft, I think. Paul Quinn making the challenge.
Yeah, just getting that absolutely right. I think a little bit earlier there. Just coming off Quinn's shoulder. Possibility of the hand going on to Maloney. But went down far too easily there, the young player. Camera's clearing straight to the head of Varga. That's O'Donnell. A miscue there, allowing Telfer to take possession. Good running again from Petrov, who's playing ahead of Lennon in the middle of the field. This is what Celtic have got to do now. Try and take the pace out of the game, make the passes.
Rolled up on one. In goes Hartson, bravely blocked by Marshall. Wrestling by Hartson, penalised by the referee. It's a free kick to Motherwell.
I think two players coming together there. I don't think there's a lot in that. I think Marshall shouting at Kinnemborough there. I think there's a little bit of misunderstanding between the two. Marshall obviously thought the ball was coming through quicker than it did.
Headed out by Lennon. That's Telfer now towards Hartson's. Won by Kinnemborough. Strong challenge by Kinnemborough again. That's good play by Patterson. There's Hamilton looking for McDonald in the break. Manus read that well.
That's what Manus brings to the side. With pace. Gets you out of all sorts of trouble when you've got pace as a defender.
There's Hamill now for Motherwell with a throw. Good movement from the Motherwell players for that throw. It's played in by McDonald towards Hamilton. It's Lennon's clearance. Good one, upward ball. Now Quinn. Hamilton. McCormack again. Good pass forward. There's O'Donnell. Eased off the ball by Varga. The referee's given a corner kick to Motherwell.
Varga must have taken a touch on the ball there. Just getting a touch to the ball there. It would have been a harsh decision if the penalty would have been given there. It's coming off the end of Varga's toe.
Very soft penalty had it been given. Very soft indeed. And no complaint from Phil O'Donnell. Hamill again over the set piece from the right. Awkward there, Marshall at stretch. This is O'Donnell. McCormack. Never beaten there by Thompson. Back with Craigan. Well, the ricochet could have been awkward, but it's collected now by Marshall. Well, we're giving a chance this afternoon to win a signed shirt from today's Bank of Scotland Man of the Match. Make your selection. If it tallies with that at Mark Hateley, then you'll be in with a chance. The number to call, the UK 09011 313323. The Republic of Ireland call 1513 712 444. And you can text USMOTM, then space for the player's name to 85010. Your chance to win a Bank of Scotland Man of the Match signed shirt. Hamill now for Motherwell. Here's Patterson's got a lot of space here to come forward. Telfer stayed off him. Here's McCormack taking on camera. Good link-up play by McCormack again. That's Kerr. Very good play. Oh, it's a great goal by Motherwell. Brian Kerr equalises. Sensational build-up and now McCormack right in the heart of it all.
Super play. That was the best move of the game by either side by a mile. Good build-up play, good hold-up play. Super finish. Substitute coming on. Pick that out. Goalkeeper, absolutely no chance whatsoever with this. Game on.
Oh, it's fantastic finishing by Kerr. That'll do him the world of good. He's had such a troubled time with injury. Young man of immense potential. Has been blighted by injury so far, and that'll boost the confidence without question. The ball's out of play. Frustration there for McGeady. Well, I think Terry Butcher enjoyed that. Now it's Paul Quinn charging forward from full-back for Motherwell. McCormack's gone ahead of him, but the pass doesn't beat Camara. Strong defending by Craigan and Quinn. McCormack again with a header inside. Here's O'Donnell now. He has Patterson outside him. Promising again for Motherwell. They really have started the match very well indeed. Of course, well won by Varga, covering that near post area. Here's Paul Telfer. Great layup by Maloney. Here's McGeady. Maloney caught late there by Craigan. Free kick to Celtic, no argument about that.
No, right in front of the referee there. Maloney just getting to the ball first there. Craigan committed to the tackle. Simple decision. I think if you're Celtic at the moment, I think if you're looking where your play needs to be current, I think the two strikers up front, Hartson and Maloney, need to start and play slightly closer together and get a bit of an understanding going.
Thompson plating it in. There's Varga on his own, but guilty of a push on Jim Hamilton. It was picked up by the referee, so wouldn't have counted had he scored.
Just getting himself in there. Yeah, two hands on the back of Jim Hamilton there.
Good spots by referee McCurry. Scored 6 times last season, Stan Varga. Good return for a centre-back.
You'd be expecting that from a guy his size, his stature, very commanding. Attacks the ball very well. Always an asset in the opponent's penalty area.
Camara's header straight to Quinn. Put under pressure instantly by Alan Thompson. Well, that equalising goal from Motherwell really was a collector's item.
Yeah, super play by McCormack there. Yeah, little 1-2, and there's that space again inside the fullback. It's actually Thompson that's trying to track him back in there, but Kerr, absolutely exquisite finish.
The throw goes to Motherwell. John Hartson tried to take it quickly to persuade the referee otherwise. Craigan's given that straight to Petrov, but O'Donnell shows his determination. He's eased off the ball by Lennon, though, very effectively. Here's Lennon again. Space on the right for Telfer. Telfer again, looking for Hartson. Quinn coming in from fullback to mark him, gives some support to Craigan and Kinneborough. That's Hamilton. First touch not the best, but then bundled into by Lennon.
Yeah, poor touch from Hamilton. Lucky to get away with that there from Lennon.
Craigan angling that towards Patterson. What a terrific free kick that was. Against Telfer. Here's Patterson. Putting that across very well indeed, just too long. Here's McCormack. Very tidy player indeed. Now Kerr. Hamilton. Kerr gets it back. Well, he has an eye for goal, all right, Brian Kerr. Encouraged by the equalising goal.
Super play there from Kerr again, playing the ball, following the ball. Always there for support, trying to get his shot off. Left foot again. He's done well since he's come on.
5 shots from Motherwell to Celtic's 1.
Stepping in for the skipper. He's taken the mantle on.
Offside decision given by the far side assistant. Ryan Duffy. This is Alan McCormack. The layoff came from McDonald, but a misunderstanding there with his strike partner. Good pass from Thompson. Here's Maloney showing too much of that to Craigan.
Showing good movement, Maloney. All over the park, left, right, through the middle. And sometimes that confuses the passer. I don't know where he is.
Cameron's in trouble after the tackle by McCormack. There'll be a hold up here. Well, McCormack, the Irishman, known for being combative in midfield, and that certainly was a crunching tackle on camera.
Little scissors in there. Bit of a lunge as well. Saw one right down the shin.
Lucky to escape trouble there, McCormack.
It's welcome to the Scottish game, I think, John. A few tackles like that this season.
Man from Preston against the man who was with Burnley last season. That's Craigan. David Marshall did well. Kept his eye on the ball all the time there.
Good goalkeeping there from Marshall. The ball's just not coming through as quick as you would expect. Pitch was watered before the game, but did well there. His eye on the ball.
Well, David Marshall there, a big challenge though with Arthur Boric. Waiting for his chance, Polish goalkeeper. Here's McGeady. That's a good pass. Here's Maloney. Quick and sharp. This time the clearing header came from Hamill. Straight to McGeady though. Thompson. Back out to Camera, who appears to have recovered. Another good tackle though by McCormack this time. This is Thompson. Good running by Camera. And Craigan had to get to that at the expense of a corner kick from Motherwell.
Better play there from Celtic. Making a few passes. The fullback in the advanced position. Getting the ball into the box.
McGeady and Thompson over the corner kick for Celtic. Varga, McManus, Hartson, huge threats inside the box for Celtic. A low one, that's unusual. There was Hartson. Craigan was very calm indeed as the ball landed on his feet there. This cue by Hartson.
Terry Butcher will be a little bit worried the amount of space that Hartson, the main threat, was getting there.
Hamill bundling into Maloney. It's another free kick to Celtic. with the pressure building up here from Celtic. Big man up again. It's a very potent threat, that. 3 of them all together there. All players have been assigned their marking duties. Headed away was by Kerr. The delivery not quite what the big men were looking for. Motherwell now pushing towards the halfway line. After a long pass back. Clarkson gets the ball at the second attempt. Here's McGeady, who's been doing some roaming. The only man on the right hand side is Telfer. Nimble footwork again from McGeady. That's Lennon. Telfer again. Good hustling play though by Motherwell defensively. That's very good play indeed by Willie Kennebara. Took that down in the instep brilliantly. Super play from the defender there. He's had a good first half. First touch, tremendous. Good defending. Himself a goal kick, taking the pressure off. A good spell of play there from Celtic, making the passes, but also good work from Motherwell, closing down, denying space, making it very, very difficult for Celtic to look for a pass forward. Ricochet gives that decision to Celtic. Paul Telfer was scared to believe he had a chance to come to a club like Celtic so late in his career, now 33 years old. And this time the free kick is against Hartson for holding off Craig illegally. Quinn forward towards McDonald. Careless one though, allowing Lennon to intercept. Camera playing that forward rather hopefully. The offside flag is up again against Maloney. He's having to work that very carefully to avoid the offside flag. Seen a lot of that in the first half from Celtic. That ball from Camera, just a hopeful ball. Just played into an area where there's not been a Celtic player very often. Just giving the ball away. Manus with a header. It's McGeady put under pressure right away by Hamill, but he reacted well. So too did Petrov. This is good play from Celtic. Camera racing forward on the left-hand side, loves to do this. And very good backtracking by Alan McCormack. The unglamorous side of the wide midfield player's role. Performed that very well indeed. Becoming a good duel between the two. McGeady's cross. There was Hartson. He squeezed it in. It's a second for Hartson. That looked to be virtually impossible to head up. But Marshall is beaten again. I think that's a bad goal for Marshall to concede. The ball floated in the wrong side of Hartson. I think Marshall there scrambling down at his post. As we said, a good header, good direction, but not a lot of pace on it. The second chance on goal for Hartson, and that's number 2 for him. Well, Rod Marshall perhaps just out of position when the header was first taken. Maybe just a little bit towards that near post. Who knows? He'll be the first man to work that out, though. Jim Hamilton getting up against McManus. Well, Motherwell have come back once. Can they do it again? It's the quietest we've seen John Hartson for the whole game, for a long time, shall I say. But still has 2 goals in the bag already. A very, very quiet first half. Very few chances on goal. But that's the quality there, man. Maloney coming back there to avoid being offside. That's why it's allowed to go through so easily there to Marshall. Well, a little crowd stunned there because they have enjoyed a very good opening half hour generally. That's Quinn under severe pressure straight away from Thompson. Coped well. Petrov and Cragen challenging fiercely for possession, and it's Cragen is penalised for using an arm. Alan Thompson and another chip at referee McCurry, taking the free kick very quickly. Patterson starting off in marvellous fashion. Scored the last hat-trick for Celtic against Livingston. April.
Coming off a goal drought, I think he was there as well.
This is McGeady. Held up by Patterson. Good block there by Jim Patterson. McGeady's two-footed is such an important asset for him. Telfer flights it in. Good header away by Quinn, straight to McCormack. Support play by Quinn, loves to do this. Patterson has to turn back a little, but still possession with Motherwell. Here's Hamill. Given away though to Petrov. Very dangerous in this position and brought down by Craigan. A yellow card will be produced this time. It's the persistent fouling for Craigan.
Done by the skill there, Petrov. There's nowhere for Petrov to go, no support. He's just knocking the ball past, teasing the tackle, winning a free kick, and getting Craigan booked. I think as soon as he made the challenge, he knew what was coming. Didn't need to make the challenge, he had cover.
Now skipping Motherwell, Stephen Craigan, the absence of Scott Leitch, injured so early in the game. First yellow card to Craigan. Hartson again, booting that across. It was controlled by McGeady, but he really is such a tough player to cope with in the air.
He's a strong physical character. He stands his ground. It's very, very difficult for the defenders to get anywhere near him. Good strength, upper body strength.
So referee Mike McCurry is going to cross to look at Steve McManus's face. There's some blood there, and the referee's not prepared to allow him to continue. And the blood-stained shirt. Had to leave the field for the moment and give a replacement. Hamill, joust there with McGeady. Ball staying in play, but Kinneborough was alert enough. Fine clearance there by Marshall. This is Camara. Oh, Thompson available short to his left, but elected to go for the long ball.
I think that's the difference that Cameron's going to have to learn. You know, it's a different sort of football from the level he's come to, the players he's playing with. Just opting to punt the ball into this wider area.
Here goes O'Donnell. Excellent running, caught late by Varga. The referee will take out the yellow card again, I'm sure. Well, that really was the Phil O'Donnell of old, racing from midfield like this.
Yeah, he's done one the first period. O'Donnell, very, very light touch, if any at all. O'Donnell just going down. And Varga, another one for the book.
McManus is back on. Clean shot. As Motherwell will have the free kick. Well, debating whether to play that short to Quinn. And that's the decision taken by Kerr. The angle switch for the ball played in. Hamilton turning it wide for Patterson. Miscued clearance by McGeady. That's Varga. That's a good pass from Telfer. Here's Petrov. And a bit of a Fanko. Seems to be in two minds there. Kinneborough looking for Scott McDonald. A bump from the rear by Varga, not penalised. McDonald's not happy about that. Cameron's giving that straight to O'Donnell. Here's Kerr. Hamilton trying to return pass. Still Kerr going forward. Challenged by McDonald on Telfer, penalised by the referee.
Getting a bit frenetic and frantic again in that midfield area. Ball's dropping. Players snapping. Arms up, feet up. Not a lot mind that, I don't think. Referee, I think, just trying to defuse it, slow the game down a little bit.
David Marshall, he's had a quieter time out recently, as Celtic have just begun to assert themselves a bit. Hartson's header, he was being wrestled by Kinneborough.
It's a fine line with the centre forward holding the centre half off. But I think Hartson just getting himself in a good position, nip it in front at the last minute. Kinneborough arms all over him. It's a real tough one for the referee to call that one all the time. Two big players playing up against each other.
This could be a direct strike on goal by either Maloney or Thompson. I really fancy this. Can't believe the ball's back 10 yards. Well, Maloney, always a threat from these situations. So remember, a man of the match competition. We're giving you a chance to win a signed shirt from today's Bank of Scotland Man of the Match. Make your selection. If it matches that of Mark Hateley, you'll be in with a chance. There's the number to call in the UK: 09011 313323. And if you're Ireland, call 1513 712444. Or you can text BLS MOTM, then space followed by the player's name to 85010. So Motherwell now going into the late stages of a very competitive first half. A goal behind. They'll be feeling a little bit unhappy about that in the balance of play. Celtic, I'm sure, will be very happy to go in with this lead. Here's McDonald. He's been penalised for handball. Well, it was the linesman who gave that on the near side here. Martin Cryans drew the referee's attention to the handball by McDonald. And he was right.
Yeah, spot on. Good decision.
There's Martin Cryans. Foul count. That's not perhaps as bad as it appeared early on. Although these are the very start of the match, first 10 minutes or so. Here's camera. McGeady given an opportunity to do a bit of roaming. There's Lennon and Varga. Petrov now over on the right hand side. There's one it back from Hamill. Very sharp underleft. Now McGeady. Well tackled by McCormick. We'll have to do it again though. Good ball retention that by Celtic. Kerr helps it on for Hamilton. Holding it up, screening it well. That's good play by Hamilton. Now Hamill. Patterson on his heels there as Telfer came in with a swift tackle. Hamill waits for movement, gets it from McDonald. Nowhere to go though, coming inside under severe pressure. Here's Thompson. Lennon to Hartson, who's come deep. Breaks kindly for Celtic to Thompson. This is Maloney. Forward for Petrov. Taken out there by Marshall. That's a penalty kick. Well, Marshall may protest, but from this position it looked to be a clear-cut penalty.
Good indeed. Super play from Sean Maloney there, committing the player. Great run from Petrov, as you would expect. Contact there. I think that's a simple decision for the referee. As long as he gets a touch before the goalkeeper.
Well, Marshall looks thoroughly aggrieved, doesn't he? I mean, he's still irate about that, but I can't really think why.
There's contact there. Mike McCurry standing right in line with it. Petrov knocks the ball past Marshall. Players coming together, and John Hartson with a chance to take it to 3 and his third of the day.
For the hat-trick, Hartson against Gordon Marshall. Keeper almost got there, the power beat him in the end. Celtic have a 2-goal cushion just before half-time. That will ease the pressure.
Yeah, 3-1 up. I think Gordon Strachan will be delighted with that result. The team haven't played that well. Power just beating Marshall here, straight down the middle. As I say, Gordon Strachan will be delighted with the 3-1 result. I don't think he'll be too delighted with the team he's been playing, but the pressure is off now. The team can start to relax. 4 shots, 3 goals. What more can you say about that, man?
Well, a major task now for Motherwell to come back. Playing at home though, they've shown lots of enthusiasm and energy early in the match. They scored perhaps the pick of the goals. And now they have to mount a very big comeback. Here's Maloney across the camera. There's going to be 2 additional minutes end of this first half. That'll be largely because of the injury to Scott Leitch, which took a bit of time. Well, that suspected snapped Achilles tendon just after about 8 minutes. It certainly was a blow to Motherwell at the time, although Brian Kerr's replacement has coped very well indeed in the middle of the field. Gordon Strachan entitled to feel much better about things now. Here's McDonald. Running into a blind alley there. Strong challenge made by Hamilton. And still the wrestling goes on. McManus and McDonald. McManus living dangerously.
He needs to calm down a little bit, McManus there.
Well, clearly anxious to make an impression, Stephen McManus. So what's the afters here?
Yeah, I think you call that an old traditional headlock there. The referee doing a good job, right on top of that one. Just needs to calm himself down. He's had a pretty good first half. Bowden taking up a yellow card, right on the stroke of half time.
The word in the ear of Scott McDonald also. Manus yellow carded. Let's put for assistant fouling too. Remember the first one he committed was that knee in the back of Jim Hamilton. Now, can Motherwell snatch something just before the interval from the set piece? All jostling going on around that penalty area. A major task for a referee to cope with. Hamill fights out the angled ball. Won by Hartson. That's Maloney with the clearance. Kerr to Cragen. In goes Petrov. A chance on the counter now for Celtic. Right on half-time. Well, Petrov, I think, content just to retain possession and make sure the 2-goal cushion is preserved. Back it comes to McManus. Good turn by Maloney. He's away from O'Donnell. This is Lennon. Confidence now beginning to ooze through these Celtic ranks.
As you'd expect, Jock, 3-1 up. Pressure's off them now. As you'd expect, everybody wants a touch of the ball. I think the key to that 3-1 result has been Sean Maloney's performance as well. Super movement. Created chances.
McManus with the pass. Here's Maloney again. An offside flag up on the far side. Maloney came back a long way when the pass was released. Brian McDuffie there with a flag up. So scarcely time for this free kick to be taken by Motherwell. Indeed, there is no time for it to be taken. Gordon Strachan makes the away dressing room this time a much happier man, thanks to the contribution of John Hartson with that hat-trick. 2 headers and a penalty kick countering the goal of the match perhaps from Brian Kerr of Motherwell, which put them back on level terms after the opener. This was the opener. Hartson's power and accuracy with the head giving Celtic a lead, which was against the run of play at that point. But then a response from Brian Kerr for the equaliser for Motherwell. That was outstanding. And then a twist of the neck here for John Hartson, the header into the corner. Gordon Marshall was beaten. That made it 2-1. And then the penalty when Petrov was brought down by Marshall. And Hartson's power from the spot was too much for the veteran Motherwell keeper. So at half-time, Celtic have a precious lead. They lead by 3-1. The confidence seems to be back. It's a major task ahead for Motherwell. Don't miss this second half. It's Motherwell 1, Celtic 3.
If you're watching us on Sky Digital, there is the prospect for you this afternoon of going interactive and placing a small wager or even a larger wager on the outcome of this match, or indeed anything else, by accessing Sky Bet. Now what you need to do is press the red button in the bottom left of your screen, and that gets you through to Sky Bet. 31 times last season, Celtic were ahead at half-time. Only once did they not go on to win. You'll never guess what that one was. It was here, of course, on the 22nd of May, the day the title for them was lost. On the first day of the new season, they're 3-1 up, courtesy of John Hartson's hat-trick. Is there any way back for Motherwell? We're about to find out with Mark Hateley and with John Brown.
Thanks, Rob. Yes, in fact, Celtic haven't drawn any of the last 27 games, so even 3-3 is unlikely. And Gordon Strachan relaxed there, I would think. The last draw was at home against AC Milan on the 7th of December. So, big task for Motherwell in the second half. Referee Mike McCurry checking that all is in order. I see no evidence of any alteration in either lineup, apart from the one enforced early on for Motherwell when Scott Leitch was replaced by Brian Kerr. So it's Motherwell to get us underway for the second half. And we're off with Brian Kerr picking out Paul Quinn at the back. There's Noel Camara. And Kerr, who did very well after replacing Scott Leitch in the first half, scored that excellent goal. There's Quinn now playing it forward. Petrov, who became more influential as the first half wore on, playing it long for Maloney, who was a constant threat. Stumble there gives a bit of respite to Motherwell and to Stephen Craigan in particular. So here's Marshall's clearance. The last hat-trick by a Celtic player here at Fir Park is by Henrik Larsson, a match in which Craig Burley scored the opening goal, a 7-0 win. Surprised we weren't told about that at half-time. Quinn back here to Craigan. This is McGeady now, with a very quiet start to the match, became much more influential as the game wore on. Linking with Maloney. Support comes from Lennon. And now Petrov. Well, possession play became the feature of the play for Celtic in that last 10 minutes of the first half. Trying that again this time, but it's Kerr who wins it back for Motherwell. That's awkward. In goes McDonald, and Varga did well to combine with McManus for the clearance. Kinevara made a good challenge there on Hartson. Petrov did well. Strong challenge by Kinevara on Hartson. Here's McDonald, needs help on the right hand side, has to go deep for Quinn. Vargas header. Kinevara again, strong against Hartson. Quick learning curve for Willie Kinevara, the 20-year-old at centre back for Motherwell. Cross from Maloney to Telpa. This is Petrov. Well, Petrov was brought down there by Kerr accidentally, though. I think the referee has decided. Varga to Telpa. Celtic looking intent in retaining the ball as much as they can, because they'll want to see out the first 10 minutes with no lapse in concentration to allow Motherwell any hope of coming back into the match.
Yeah, I think you can say a lot more composure, Jock. I think the result lends itself to that. I think the start that Celtic had in the first half was very disjointed. Not a lot of discipline there, but the second half they've come out pretty composed, knocking the ball around and making Motherwell come onto them.
Standing captain Stephen Craigan. Offside flag is up. Patterson couldn't reach that anyway. I'm not sure whether that was Patterson or McDonald in the middle. Terry Butcher had some hard work to do at half-time there.
Looks pretty tight to me, that. If anything, I think Patterson is onside.
I think McDonald wasn't, though.
Yeah, McDonald's off. But was he involved?
That's a good question. Good covering play again by Paul Quinn. Looking at Paul Quinn playing it right back, Mark, you wonder if he might be a natural centre-back.
Yeah, I think he does look pretty comfortable when he's tucking in there, covering in there. 3 or 4 times he's found himself, as good fullbacks can do, coming down the big two.
Good block by Craigan from Petrov's very tantalising cross there. Corner kick it is to Celtic, and that's not good news for Motherwell.
Good start, second half for Celtic, pretty much on the front foot, dictating the pace of the game now.
Well, Motherwell found this very difficult right from the start of the match to cope with these crosses. The aerial power of Hartson in particular, but supported by Varga and McManus. Big threat. Good block there by McCormack. Here's McDonald. Spinning there by Thompson. Well, I think on this occasion Thompson was actually behaving a little bit better and inquiring as to the health of McDonald.
It's a clumsy challenge out from Thompson. Nowhere near the ball.
Craigan playing that long towards Hamilton. That's a good header there. Good play from Motherwell. McCormack. Quinn going outside him. Oh, that's asking much too much of him. Well, Quinn always willing to make these surging runs from fullback.
Good energy. The young man's got good energy, and that's one thing that will come into play. First game of the season, Jock. Energy sapping. Always a tough game to get yourself into. And that's when the passing ability takes over. Ideal day, no sunshine, pretty cool. So you'd expect the players to go a little bit longer than normal.
Clear foul by Hartson and Craigan. And no argument from the Celtic striker either. That's Craigan with a free kick, quickly taken. Beyond Telfer for McDonald. Good far post ball, and a bit of wrestling by Hamilton on camera, complaining he was fouled first. That's not what the referee saw.
Really good position to have a look at this. The linesman's there. Yeah, there's a hand on the shoulder of camera there from Hamilton. That's what the referee is seeing. Good decision.
The Japanese player Nakamura in there, huddled in the cold from Regina in Italy, but it'll be much warmer usually. Kerr helps it on. That's Hamilton. Very good layoff towards Patterson. This is O'Donnell. Wanted too long on the ball, but he recovered well after Petrov's challenge. Here's McDonald running away from Lennon. That's good play. Just too far ahead of Hamill. Hamill complaining to the referee there had been a foul on McDonald.
It's just not been McDonald's day today. Every time he makes a bad pass, you can hear the reception he gets from the Celtic supporters. I wonder why.
He played under Gordon Strachan at Southampton without ever getting a first-team game. Here's Hartson. Now Lennon. Good footwork. That's good play from Celtic. Good possession. Good awareness there by Quinn. He knew that Maloney was cutting off the pass back. O'Donnell's in trouble. Now Maloney. Lennon has camera behind him. This is McManus. Well, Celtic can now afford this kind of passing play. They don't need to be concerned about pressing forward. McCurry has given the free kick to the foul by Kerr on Petrov.
Clumsy challenge there. Petrov knew what was coming, just flicking the ball around Kerr.
Jim Hamilton's had too much to say to the referee. He's having a little lecture. a record-breaking player in terms of playing for Premier League clubs. What a run he's had. Went in there by the climbing frame of Hartson. Free kick given against John Hartson. Oh, wanted to take that quicker than they're allowed to.
Hands up there. So, you'd say not a lot of contact, but just a click to the back of the head.
Happier times for these Celtic supporters.
Yeah, I think they're a lot happier. First half, very, very quiet. Very quiet indeed. The difference, 2 goals make, 3 goals.
It's a good play from Motherwell. That's a good tackle by Lennon. Here's O'Donnell. O'Donnell still has Hamilton outside him. Good block by Petrov. Good defending by Stylian Petrov.
That's what you expect from that guy. Good professional, loads of energy. Gets forward, gets back, makes tackles, scores goals.
Longest serving Celtic player, signed in 1999.
Yeah.
Well, these cross runs that Motherwell made for throws in the first half have not been taking the same sort of energy in the second half.
Energy levels
Kerr across to Quinn.
decreasing at the moment, Jock.
McCormack. Kerr. Holding away by Telfar. The offside flag goes up rather belatedly. Couldn't argue with that decision.
Yeah, good defending there. Back line of Celtic, up on the command. The Motherwell players in there.
All the noise coming from the Celtic supporters at the moment. Trying to keep a firm grip on the proceedings. Now looking for another goal. That's Maloney fighting it in, and Thompson clashed there with McCormack. Both players complaining to the referee there was a foul inflicted on the other. That's Quinn. Now Hamilton. Played by O'Donnell for McDonald. He's caught offside. Still showing lots of energy, McDonald. He's getting about the front line. Combination with Hamilton looks promising, Mark.
Yeah. Played together quite well, one short, one long. But, just a poor run there. Had to have a look along the line. A pretty quiet half. And Marshall, second half.
Remember, Motherwell is 1 goal away from making this very tense all of a sudden again. Kinnebra's header. Maloney under pressure from Patterson. Motherwell's throw, Steve Hamill to take. Kinnebra. McDonald held it up well. This is Patterson. Started very promising against Telford, but it's found it more difficult to make an impression in the second half. That reaches McCormack though. It's a good ball in! It's Jim Hamilton for Motherwell! The goal Celtic must have been dreading. And now the game is right back in the melting pot.
Yeah, that puts the cat among the pigeons. A fantastic ball in from Patterson, but what an energy sapping run from McCormack on the far post to turn this into anything. Great ball back. Jim Hamilton there, right in the middle of the goal. Simple tapping. Great ball back, that's a fantastic ball back. Jim Hamilton, where you would want your centre forward, right in the middle of the goal.
It's only his second goal for Motherwell, would you believe it? Scored one at Pittodrie last season, that's all he managed in the games he played last season. What a crucial one that might turn out to be, and now Motherwell tails up. Game's back on. Mistake by Kerr, hustled by Maloney, this is Hartson. Celtic we've got a quick counter, excellent play by Hamill. He has to go again against Telfer. And Telfer's been penalised, I think, there. I'm not sure that was really a foul, but...
I think anything like that nowadays, Jock, when you're sliding in, showing your studs. I think the referee is going to penalise you. Look, studs are there. And even though you're making contact with the ball.
But he was very low on the ground. He wasn't above the ball. Here's McDonald now. Lively, you lose it. Good awareness. Here's Quinn. Over to the far side it goes, and Marshall makes the claim. There was no offside flag there.
Needed to come and take that, Marshall. Good awareness. Jim Hamilton right on the line there. Yeah, definitely onside. Good goalkeeping there from Marshall. See the difference a goal makes. More energy being put in from Motherwell now. People making runs, want to be on the ball.
And the brittle nature of Celtic's defence demonstrated again. Offside against Maloney. Referee allows play to continue. Good throw out there by Marshall. Here's McCormack, who really has been a success for Motherwell in his first game. That driven ball was just caught there by Telfer. He had to have a touch of that. Otherwise, Hamilton was in the clear. Here's Hamill. That's an equaliser by Scott McDonald for Motherwell.
That is incredible. Absolutely incredible. 2 goals right in the heart of that Celtic defence within a space of 2 minutes. That man will be furious. On the other hand, Terry Butcher will be delighted. Absolutely. Second half performance, you'd have thought the way Celtic came out, knocking the ball around. The difference, that 1 goal, as you said, Jock. More momentum going forward for Motherwell. Right in the heart there again, you've got big guys. Scott McDonald, yeah,
good delivery.
Fantastic delivery. Scott McDonald, one of the smallest guys on there, should never ever have a chance of heading that. There you go. Direction, power, Marshall, no chance. How delighted is that man?
Well, half an hour to go. I take it you won't be going anywhere in that spell. This game right back on the knife edge. The Motherwell supporters who had gone quiet have now burst to life.
All that pressure that was taken off Celtic in the first half has been heaped firmly back on them now. They worked hard to get that 3-1 result. And now it's all back on.
Oh, it's great play by McGeady, but just trying one man too many. Here's Hamilton trying to release McDonald. Vargas quick enough though. Well, incredible SPL entertainment. It did look as though Celtic were cruising on that 3-1 lead, but it just takes a moment to score a goal and change the whole pattern of the play. Manis with a towering header that time. And offside once more against Maloney.
It's the reaction you get, Jock, when you get that goal. The second goal for Motherwell. It gives everybody new impetus, more energy, more people getting forward, supporting. And the rewards come from that.
Off goes McDonald again, finding space all the time now and making these runs. Here's Patterson. Good left foot, not a bad right foot either. Kerr kept his eye on that. There's Cragen helping it forward again. Varga holding off Hamilton rather. Free kick to Celtic. Well, 8 goals Celtic have lost in 2 matches. Mark, that really is quite remarkable.
Well, that's not a characteristic you'd normally label against the Celtic side. Normally, you know, you look at the team and you think very scarcely do they give away lots of goals. That's what their team's been built on. And always go up the other end and nick a goal.
Careless one by McCormack. That puts pressure on the central defence. Kinniver up with under pressure from Maloney. The ball has gone out of play, but it's a goal kick that's been given. Well, remember our Man of the Match competition. We're giving you a chance to win a signed shirt from today's Bank of Scotland Man of the Match. Make your selection. If it tallies with that of Mark Hateley, you're in with a chance. The number to call, UK 09011 313323. The Republic of Ireland, call 1513 712444, or you can text BOS MOTM then space followed by the player's name to 85010. And I suspect that while John Hartson looked to be a very hot candidate at half-time, there are some Motherwell players coming into the frame now. Kerr to O'Donnell, that was a bit ambitious, asking a lot of Kerr with a return. Hartson being held there by Kinniburgh. Free kick's been given. Well, the old war horse knew what he was about there, Hartson.
Good strength. He's never going to run away from Kinniburgh. Just kept hold of the ball and made Kinniburgh make the challenge, drew the free kick.
So here's Alan Thompson now. Celtic trying to get back in the lead. McCormick's clearance not too decisive. Returned by McManus. That's a poor ball. Patterson releases McDonald. McCormick's on the right. Patterson to the left. Here's Patterson. Oh, he's hit the outside of the post. Here's McCormick now with Kavanagh. So close for Motherwell again. Jim Patterson hitting the post. And now it's Celtic coming forward. Strong challenge made by Quinn. This is McCormack again. Poor pass though. Easily won by Thompson, who was caught by McCormack. Bit of frustration there for the Preston man, I think.
Good free kick to give away there.
How close was this though?
This was a great move, flowing move again. Poor pass out from McManus. A little bit of fade on that from Patterson. Fortunately for Celtic, the right side of the post.
Here's Hartson holding it up, looking for support. Cover provided by Craig in for Motherwell. Well, Terry Butcher still looking for more. He didn't say before the match he'd be delighted to get a goal. He now get 3, but he's not in the lead.
I think he's just saying to his players, don't forget, you're back in this game, don't throw it away, think, use your head, don't commit too many players forward and get caught with a sucker punch.
Craig almost misjudged that. Adjusted well. McCormick was strong there against Thompson. Has to go again though as Camera breaks on the left. This is his strength. The left back getting forward like that. O'Donnell has a chance to clear and invite Hamilton to chase. Kerr under pressure all the way from Hamilton. There's going to be a change made by Celtic imminently. It's going to be Craig Beattie coming on to replace McGeady, I think. That's Thompson with a shot, and it's wide of the target. Disappointment there for Alan Thompson. He may well have earned a corner, I think. It was deflected.
There's a great chance there. 2-on-1 overload at the far post. Just got a boot on that, the defender there.
There's Craig Beattie preparing for action. Thompson now with a corner. These are the ones which carry menace all the time. Well, that's what Motherwell will require. Top class handling like that sorts out all the problems. Here's McCormack. Well policed by Lennon. Very good play by the Celtic captain.
A super play there from Lennon. Covered across. McCormack's had a super game today for Motherwell. We're delighted with his debut.
This is McManus now for Celtic. Lennon staying deep to start the move. Thompson also. Petrov getting forward more and more. That's McCormick with another tackle. So here's McManus with the long ball, looking there for Hartson. Good challenge made by Kinniburgh. Well, those 8 goals in 2 matches, a remarkable statistic because it never happened under Martin O'Neill in his 5 years in charge. They lost 8 goals in 2 games. So here's Beattie. The man coming off is McGeady. I don't think the Celtic supporters are too happy about that. They're very fond of Aidan McGeady.
Very quiet game though today. First 15-20 minutes of the first half, didn't have a kick. It's been very quiet throughout. Here's a man, Craig Beattie. We're looking to make his name. Had a bit of a chance last year, scored some goals from the substitutes bench. We're hoping he can do the same today.
Kinniburgh did well despite being fouled by Hartson. I wonder how they'll play though. Beattie I think will play on the right hand side, but will it be a 4-3-3 now?
I think so. I think you'll find that. I think Beattie has got lots of energy anyway. Would like to be getting in there and making that a 3. You can also see Sean Maloney just dropping in. If Craig Beattie needs to go and play up alongside Hartson, can play just behind the 2. But I think you'll find it to be out and out 3.
So we're in the final quarter. Another enthralling match. Kerr did well. Telford under pressure from Patterson.
Stay up, John!
Another change in contemplation, I think, and I wonder if Alan McCormick may have been deemed to have done enough in his debut. He looks a tired player. He's performed extremely well. In fact, I think he is going to go on shortly.
I think you can say he's given everything he's got to give.
And perhaps told just that at half-time by Terry Butcher to give all that he had and blow himself out for 20 minutes or so in the second half and be replaced. Put in by Quinn, right to the far post it goes. That's Jim Hamilton. He's a big threat in the air. Marshall takes that confidently under pressure from O'Donnell.
Jim Hamilton will be dejected, I think, with that. His head in the air. This is a fantastic ball. This is a great, great chance. Just completely misheaded it.
Clearance by Craigan. There's McDonald, and that's good play by Marshall, showing a very good bit of awareness there. Ball's out of play from Thompson. To throw to Motherwell. Well, fitness is now going to become a big factor here in the closing stages, Mark, as the change is made. Sean Fagan is coming on for Alan McCormick, but just listen to the reception the Preston North End man is getting here. He has contributed hugely.
Yeah, super game. I think the fans appreciate that. Great involvement in the second goal. Jim Hamilton's goal, made a long bursting run, pulled the ball back. That man Fagan, he's not short of energy. He'll be putting himself about, making himself a nuisance.
Well, he started the last 8 matches of last season, Fagan, so he'll be very keen to make his impression. He also scored in a victory over Celtic, a 2-1 victory 2 years ago, and he scored one here. Major shock at the time. Here's McManus now. Chipping it in short for Hartson. Good header. Reaction from Craigan was good. Now Camera to Thompson. Good matching of the run by Fagan, and he was fouled by Camera. That's the kind of work the wide midfield man's got to do, though, and Sean Fagan did that extremely effectively.
Yeah, he'll kind of be doing that for the next 20 minutes, up and down that line. I think the longer the game goes, the more Camera will be looking to push into that space and lend support.
There was a suggestion, I thought, in the final game of the season, Mark, that Motherwell's fitness was very good in the late stages. They came to win the game, and Celtic looked to be struggling a little. Yeah,
I think that was always going to be the case. I think, you know, the average age was 31 of that day for the Celtic team, but Terry Butcher always has his young players very, very fit.
Well, it might be a telling factor in this closing period of the match. McDonald, back it comes to Quinn. That's a careless one, given straight to BT. There's Telfer. Well held up by Kerr. Good tidying work in the midfield by the substitute. Still instructions from the bench from Terry Butcher. Camera had to hurry there. Fagan put him under pressure. That's Kinneborough, first to the ball. Good strong play by McDonald. This is Patterson. Well tackled by Telfer. It's a good ball from Lennon to Petrov. Thompson looking for player in space ahead. Hartson's well offside. Had the ball been delivered quickly. Maloney on the left. This is Hartson. The lay-off to Maloney. Tough tackle there by both Quinn and Hamill. Free kick it is. A very dangerous position this for Celtic.
Yeah, good run there from Sean Maloney, picking the ball up in a wide area, but I think just getting the toe between the two defenders there. Super play from the young striker. A super position. 2 or 3 players standing over this. Petrov, Thompson, Maloney himself. They'll fancy the chances from here.
Marshall organising a wall here. Referee Mike McCurry making sure the 10-yard rule is obeyed. This really is a great chance for Celtic, especially with free kick experts like these three: Maloney, Thompson, Petrov. Petrov for power. Maloney with the ability to curve the ball in. Power from Thompson. And the wall did well. Maloney given another chance here though. That was careless. A very silly one there by Scott McDonald. An unfamiliar area of the field for him. Back defending.
A little bit of indiscipline there from untidiness from Scott McDonald.
Well, the angle's more difficult now, and I wonder if Maloney will still be given his place here.
I think this is a better angle, Jock. I think when you're on an angle here, I think it's far better for the striker than the goalkeeper.
Well, Alan Thompson wants to become the referee now. Well, the 10-yard rule is almost never obeyed, and I don't think it is this time either. I have somebody with Thompson, but it doesn't make his case too well, though.
No, but I mean the referee should be on top of this. He's warned them the wall once already for encroaching. Now he should be marching them out.
While all that's happening, you can be sure Motherwell are encroaching a few more inches all the time.
Absolutely. Well, it's the 10-yard rule. You know, if it's not obeyed, then you can be marched up back 10 more. But there we go.
So it's Maloney again, who seems to be having the opportunity. He's being shown a lot of respect by his senior teammates, or will Thompson go for power? I suspect that might be Maloney's last chance this afternoon.
Yeah, it was a poor effort, that one.
Well, showing a lot of energy this late in the game. Well, he was certainly given a lot of respect there by Thompson and Petrov to take the free kicks. It may come from the manager to change that next time.
Yeah, I think on the right side, I think Petrov or him would have been favourites to take it. I think Thompson maybe more on the left-footed side, but just trying a little bit too hard up for make up for that poor free kick there, Sean Maloney.
Hamill looking there for Patterson.
A few tired touches coming in now, the ball's being played in. Extra concentration required. Energy levels low. Just concentrate harder.
Clumsy one by Varga, right into the back of McDonald. Fatigue has definitely become a factor here. You can see a lot of tired legs out there. So mental strength too, very important for people to force their way through this physical fatigue. Is there to be a match winner? So Steve Hamill lining up the free kick. That was a very good chance for Craigan. Again, he found space in the heart of that Celtic defence, and he really will feel he should have scored.
Yeah, it's a great delivery in there. Hamill with the left foot. That is a golden opportunity. That is a free header. He's up there, he's looking at the ball. No challengers. Scott McDonald, you see the reaction?
Well, Stephen McManus was the marker that time, but he was caught on his heels. He was well off the pace when the ball came in. Hamilton's layoff. Here's Patterson. Looking again for Hamilton. He's held it up well for Fagan. Now that was worth a chance. First time dipping volley could have troubled Marshall.
Roy the Rover stuff that. Super diagonal ball. Good supporting play from the midfield area. If that had gone in, that would have been a contender for goal of the season already.
Well, the game still there to be won by both sides. Shot count showing Motherwell ahead, 10-8. And on target, still Motherwell 4-3.
It's an incredible stat. Seven shots on target, 6 goals.
Here goes Maloney again. Misunderstanding there with Thompson. Neil Lennon is furious. He wanted the ball laid back to him.
Furious and frustrated, I think it is. It's Celtic in general at the moment. They're just coming up against the brick wall. Motherwell matching them in every department. I think well worthy in second half, especially. for this result. Scoreline.
Long by Quinn. Telfer did well. Here's Telfer. Well, it's a real shaker this for Gordon Strachan as Beattie tries to go through. Goals against 8 in the last 2 games. The last time it was worse than that was back in 1991. Neuchâtel Xamax scored 5. A match I watched in Switzerland. And then Falkirk scored 4. So 9 in that time. 8 so far this time for Gordon Strachan to witness. And no sign at all that Motherwell is settling for a draw. Careless one by Kerr. Strong running by Thompson. This is Maloney. It's a good build-up and very good recovery work by Kerr. He made the initial mistake. He retrieved it himself.
Big let-off there from Motherwell. It's the last thing you need to be doing, giving the ball away in your own half.
Concentration, the name of the game. Gordon Marshall working hard on that. Just one post covered though here. The near post is not covered. Powerful header by Varga. He found space there away from Hamilton. Straight at Marshall. That's a very good throw to set up the counter-attack. Here comes Hamill. Over on the far side is MacDonald. Against Camera. Looking for a rash tackle, I suspect, there by the Guinean fullback. Well, MacDonald is running on empty, I think.
I think there's a few players out there running on empty. Lots and lots of spaces now. Game very stretched.
Craig penalised, they're not happy about that. The tackle from the back on Maloney. Beattie challenged strongly there by Hamill. Kenneborough and Telfer. And Telfer caught Kenneborough. Well, the young Motherwell player is down. The linesman there, or the assistant referee, Martin Crines, is talking there to Jim Patterson, who reacted very angrily to this. There's why. Yeah. It's a nasty one.
A hanging
challenge
foot
that.
Yeah, a hanging foot in there. It's just caught Kenneborough.
Well, I defended Telfer the last time he showed studs because the ball was so much on the ground. But that time there was no defence. And he's going to get a throw, and he has a long throw to deliver here when it should clearly have been a free kick. The linesman right on the spot there. Hartson's header. Shot by Beattie was blocked. This is Popov. Was that handball? No, says the referee. There's Camera. Cross goes Thompson. Quinn policing him. Did well to make sure no cross was delivered. Ball's been out of play. It's spinning there. Here's Maloney and Thompson. That's a very good cross once again this time. Well defended there by Willie Kenneborough. Vital header ahead of John Hartson. Turned in again by Telfer. Maloney helps it on. Here's Thompson with a chance to send over another one. This time Hartson's up again strongly, but he's penalised for pushing Kenneborough. It's a free kick to Motherwell.
2 vital interceptions there from Kenneborough, all in the space of 30 seconds, showing good strength.
Well, remember the man of the match competition. You can win a signed shirt from today's Bank of Scotland man of the match if you make a selection which tallies with Mark Hateley. You know the chance then. The number to call in the UK 09011 313323 from the Republic of Ireland 1513 712444. And remember you can text VOS MOTM then a space followed by the player's name to 85010. That announcement made very shortly by Mark Hateley. So make your mind up now. Here's MacDonald. Oh, he's so determined. He was bundled over in the end. A combination of Varga and Telfer.
That's great strength there from MacDonald. Had no right to retain possession of that ball. Looked like he'd lost it 2 or 3 times. But great strength.
And he looked out at his feet just about 5 minutes ago.
Just got his 3rd wind.
3rd wind, well it might be his last, because I think he's about to be withdrawn. I think he'll get a terrific reception when he goes off too for his contribution. Well, this should be food and drink for the Celtic defence, but it hasn't been this afternoon. This time, won comfortably there by McManus. Fagan turns it back for Quinn. The target is Jim Hamilton. There's no foul given. Hartson wanted a free kick. There's the cutback. It's headed home by Kinneborough for Motherwell.
What an incredible turnaround. Unbelievable scenes here at Motherwell. 3-1 down at half-time. That man there cannot believe it.
Well, the Celtic supporters departing. Very unhappy indeed, and little wonder. Now, Hartson thought he was fouled here, was he?
Well,
no, said the referee.
No, for me neither. I think he just mistimed the jump, but what a great pullback that was from Jim Hamilton. And Kinneborough, who's just made two fantastic clearances in his own box, and just put that right in the top corner. Marshall, absolutely no chance. 4-3.
Well, what a turnaround it's been. He scored once only for Motherwell against Aberdeen in December 2002, Kinneborough, at Pittodrie. Scott McDonald's being withdrawn. Look at the reception he's getting. Kinneborough's the goal scorer, but it's McDonald who's going off. The replacement will be Kenny Wright. Well, now John Hartson, preparing to take this kick-off, has scored a hat-trick for Celtic and finds himself at the moment in a losing team. Just couldn't believe that.
It's an incredible turnaround, Jock. Incredible.
Back it goes from Lennon to Camera. Hartson nudges it on. Here's Hamill. Has to hurry. Hartson robbed by Kerr. Hartson too looks to have run out of legs. In goes McManus. So Paul Quinn with the throw. Back it comes to Craigan. Jim Hamilton screening that from Camera, taking towards a corner flag. Quite happy to do that now. Who would have believed Motherwell would be playing for time at the end of this match when the half-time score was Celtic 3, Motherwell 1.
It's an incredible transformation. It just shows you Terry Butcher's team has a self-belief.
Ball's out of play. Well, Celtic have the throw and they have to get on with it. They need to be in a hurry now. Here's Maloney, brought to the deck by Kinneborough. Not allowed to build up any head of steam there, Maloney. Well, Celtic, you can be sure, will throw everything forward to save this. It's for Varga. Kinneborough wins it. Beattie, good bit of play. Till the cross. Turned away by Jim Hamilton, back in the heart of his own defence.
He's put in a good shift as well. Scored his goal, made a goal. To be quite pleased with his afternoon's work.
Telfer forward, that's Kinneborough beaten to the ball and allowing Hamilton again to tidy up. This is Telfer. Good switch of play. Thompson lets that go to Fagan, wins it. Time and space to pick out Paul Quinn. It's Motherwell showing confidence now. That's Lennon. He's won it back again. That's Camera. It's helped on well by Hartson for Maloney, trying to pick out Beattie, failed to do so. Well, Jim Hamilton a bit casual, they had to get a call from someone, that's what he's saying. No one told him anything. He's dropped back into defend in midfield as Petrov flights that towards Hartson. Good play by Quinn, helping it on. Camera now. Headed away this time by O'Donnell, the former Celtic player. Now Telfer. Beattie. Hamill holding him up. Telfer again has Lennon inside. Ball was available, Neil Lennon. Now Petrov's had to drop deep to get involved. He wants to play much further forward, I can tell you that. He's had to come back to get involved. Space on the far side there for Camara. This is Maloney. The tackle by Quinn. And in goes O'Donnell strongly. The clock winding down, you can see it there, just over a minute plus stoppage time to go. And the shot from Maloney again, not caught sweetly. Still awkward for Marshall, but he took it well.
Kept his eyes on it. A good game, Sean Maloney. He's been involved in a lot. Just running out of steam and ideas now, that man. Keeping his team motivated, focused.
Headed on by Camara. That's Hartson winning it for Maloney. He's just onside. Maloney's certainly one who has not shown any lack of stamina, but he's been well tackled that time by Quinn, who's had an outstanding match also for Motherwell. That's one for Wright to chase. Marshall's well out of his area, had to play it safe. Couldn't take a chance there. So with just a few seconds left, there's going to be 3 additional minutes for Motherwell to try to hang on and for Celtic to save the match. Here's Hamilton at the corner flag. Bad tackle by Hamilton, that's a free kick to Celtic. The Celtic end emptying, a lot of supporters departing miserably. They were so happy at half-time, it looked to be comfortable then. But that reckon without the incredible resilience of this Motherwell side. No free kick given that time. Beattie charging on, he got a touch, he's in the net, he scored! The referee's given it! Beattie has equalised! Well, there clearly was an appeal for a foul there, but Craig Beattie may have saved the day for Celtic. Gordon Strachan looks on.
There's that big long ball again, great touch. Hartson, desire to get there, no free kick for me, and that's a great goal for Craig Beattie. He's been asked to do this before. He's got the pace, he's got the strength and determination to get his side back in it.
Well, he scored here too. Craig Beattie last season, he scored the winner, 3-2, he scored the winner. One of only 2 Scotsmen to score last season for Celtic in the league. Although it was Jackie McNamara, no longer around.
That's what fresh legs does for you. Craig Beattie, loads and loads of running, plenty of pace. Just nips in, alert in the mind, alert in the legs.
Time for either side still, a minute and a half left. Free kick to Celtic. Thompson going to launch it forward. The big men have gone forward. They're all looking for a victory again for Celtic. And a foul by Varga inside the box takes the pressure off. Well, Mark, Pike the Scotland man of the match. Who is it?
Well, there's lots of candidates today. I think it's been good performance of Finn O'Donnell. I think McCormack as well. I think any man that scores a hat-trick first game of the season has to be among it. I think my Bank of Scotland man of the match has to be that man, John Hartson, involved with that flick on for Beattie and a taker of 3 goals.
Kinnibra's headed away, collected by Beattie. This is Lennon. Beattie again. Well tackled by Patterson. Clock winding down, half a minute left. Is there enough time for a winner? Celtic certainly seem to think so. Paul Telfer with a long throw. This is dangerous for Motherwell. Clearance there from Paul Quinn after Hartson nodded that across the face of goal. Headed on by McManus, offside against Hartson. That perhaps will be the end of it all. There's scarcely time for much more than the free kick to follow.
What an incredible second half this has been, Joe. 3-1 down, 3-1 up. That man there at half-time. 4-3 down with 2 minutes to go. Incredible.
Well, still the Motherwell fans celebrating as Gordon Marshall takes this free kick. It ends the match. Celtic dropped 2 points after leading by 3 goals to 1 at half-time. The first draw since playing AC Milan last December. John Hartson, the key man, got 3 and made the 4th for Celtic, and Billy Kinaberah scored that 4th goal for Motherwell, which looked to have won the match for them. Billy Kinaberah so bitterly disappointed. He thought he scored the winner against Celtic. But what a battle this has been from start to finish. These Celtic fans looking on, I think, in disbelief after leading so comfortably at half-time. Here was the very first goal. John Hartson's acrobatic header at the far post gave Celtic a lead they scarcely deserved at that point. Brian Kerr scored that superb equaliser to give Motherwell equality. Then Hartson again with that twisting header into the corner, put them ahead. Then Maloney's pass, Petrov's run, Marshall's foul, the penalty kick allowed John Hartson to make it surely comfortable for Celtic at half-time, 3-1. But then McCormack's header across, driven cross to Jim Hamilton's head, made it 3-2. Scott McDonald made it 3 apiece, and then another header, this time from Willie Kinaberah. That seemed to have won it for Motherwell until Craig Beattie charged through on that head flick from John Hartson, squeezed the ball beyond Marshall, and the points are shared. It has been quite unbelievable fare here at Fir Park. What a start to the SPL season. It won't get much better than this, I assure you, but don't miss any of it. It's Motherwell 4, Celtic 4.